Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Greetings to you and welcome to another College Investor Audio Show. Today we're talking about really answering the question, what are direct student loans? Maybe you've heard of this. A direct student loan is another name for a federally issued student loan in the United States. If you borrowed money from the U.S. Department of Education, you likely took out a direct loan. Here's what you need to know about these loans. Direct student loans are loans issued directly by the United States Department of Education, hence the name direct student loan. So any federal student loans issued after July 1st of 2010 will be federal direct loans. So prior to that, July 1st of 2010, federal loans could also have been federal family education loans, or FFEL. FFEL loans don't have the exact same privileges as direct student loans, but it's generally possible to consolidate FFEL loans to a direct consolidation loan. 4 types of direct student loans. Let's check out those 4 major types. They include the following: direct subsidized loans. So direct subsidized loans are loans where the borrower doesn't pay for interest that accrues on the loan while they are in school or during deferment periods. That's kind of what I had. Direct unsubsidized, student loans. Say that 5 times fast. So unlike the interest on subsidized loans, interest on unsubsidized loans accrues during school and during deferment periods. The balance on these loans will grow during school unless you're actively paying them down. Direct plus loans. You may have heard this term too. These are issued to grad students or the parents of dependent students. These loans may cover certain expenses that aren't covered by subsidized or unsubsidized loans. If you're a parent who took out a plus loan, it's important to understand your repayment and forgiveness options because the parents' plus loans are treated differently than other direct loans. Direct consolidation loans. Okay, so a direct consolidation loan combines at least 2 federal loans into a single loan with a single monthly payment. Consolidating is not the same as refinancing a loan, but it can be risky. If you've been making public service loan forgiveness eligible payments under another loan, you won't want to consolidate your loans, otherwise you will reset the clock on PSLF. Yikes. Pros and cons of direct student loans. Now, like most forms of debt, direct student loans have advantages and disadvantages. Now, these are some of the most important pros and cons of direct student loans. Now, the pros are you're eligible for public service loan forgiveness. The largest loan forgiveness program in the United States is PSLF. It forgives direct student loans only. People who work in nonprofit organizations or for the government do qualify for total loan forgiveness after 120 months of on-time payments while working in an eligible job. And direct student loans come with a variety of income-driven repayment plans, too. One of the massive advantages of direct student loans compared to other debt is the variety of repayment options. Borrowers can opt for one of 6 repayment programs that are driven by income, and borrowers may qualify for deferment or forbearance. If you refinance to a private loan, you'll probably lose this advantage. Here are some of the cons. Interest rates might be higher than private loans. So direct student loans have modest interest rates, but they can be lower, especially for people with great credit. If you want the lowest interest rates, you might have to refinance. These loans generally cannot be discharged in bankruptcy. Now, the biggest drawback to direct student loans is that they can't be easily discharged in bankruptcy. If you overborrowed for your schooling, you'll need to make 20 or 25 years of payments before your loans will be forgiven. You'll even need to make payments if all of your other debts are discharged through bankruptcy. So 3 questions to ask yourself before paying off direct student loans. Do you qualify for public service loan forgiveness or another forgiveness program? If you're a teacher, military member, police officer, someone who works for a nonprofit, or another public service, you may qualify for PSLF or another student loan forgiveness program. If you're working full-time for an eligible PSLF organization, Your loans can be forgiven after 120 payments under qualifying plans. And is an income-driven repayment plan helpful for you? Income-driven plans tend to be helpful in two scenarios. Well, first, if you're pursuing loan forgiveness, you'll want your payments to be as low as possible. An income-driven repayment plan makes a lot of sense in those scenarios. And secondly, if your current income is low, you may need lower payments. In those cases, income-driven repayment makes sense. If an income-driven repayment plan may make sense for you, consider using Loan Buddy to help you select the best plan for your situation. And you can find that link at thecollegeinvestor.com, by the way. And many people find that income-driven repayment plans are useful for a few years while their income grows. But as a word of caution, you don't want to become overly reliant on repayment plans unless you qualify for loan forgiveness. Income-driven repayment plans can drag out your loan payments for 2 decades or longer. If you won't qualify for loan forgiveness, do everything in your power to attack that debt as soon as possible. Is your goal to pay off your student loans as quickly as possible? So once you become very serious about paying off your student loans quickly, you may find that federal direct loans aren't the best loans for you. If you have great credit, you may be able to refinance your student loans for 5 to 7 year repayment terms with very low interest rates. Refinancing can save you hundreds or thousands of dollars over the life of your loans. But you need to be careful with refinancing. As soon as you refinance, you lose all the protections associated with direct student loans. If you decide to refinance, be sure to shop around. We have tons of resources and links and all kinds of really cool stuff that you can use and utilize at thecollegeinvestor.com. That's all we have for today. I hope that was really, really helpful and just kind of defined some terms for you. If you did find this helpful and you want to share it with a friend or a family member, that would be huge too, and we thank you so much for doing that. Hey, have an awesome day, and we'll talk to you again very soon.